Coming up, Huntingburg Mayor Denny Spinner shows up at Jasper City Hall this afternoon to pay up. We'll tell you why. And more on the future of the former Jasper cabinet buildings. These stories and more next on 18 News. Hello, I'm Mick Burge. Well, this past Friday, Jasper defeated county rival Southridge in the annual Goalpost Trophy football game. As the Cats retained the trophy for a 5th consecutive year, Huntingburg Mayor and Southridge grad himself, Denny Spinner, paid off his friendly wager with Jasper Mayor and his best friend Terry Seitz. Spinner arrived earlier this afternoon at Jasper City Hall. In defeat, Spinner presented Mayor Seitz with a dozen cupcakes from Myers Sweet Treats with icing in Raider Black, red and white colors. Seitz says he plans to enjoy the sweet taste of victory.
We're not too sure about the colors, but they're very well done. And I've been a partaker of some sweet treats from Myers before, so it's very nice. And in return, again, as we said, just to make sure that we are kind of holding up our end of the bargain in hopes that we'd still get treats even from Denny. Even if we had lost a bet, we get that good dad's root beer into his hands, and he could take that and get it chilled out and served to his staff too.
It was a hard-fought game, came right down to the last quarter, but Jasper did prevail, and true to our wager, I have delivered to the mayor's sites today the dozen cupcakes from Myers Sweet Treats, which is conveniently located next to my office right there on 4th Street. And of course, we had to bring over in Raider colors, red, black, and white cupcakes, and well-deserved victory for the Cats, and hopefully next year I'll have the honor of welcoming Mayor Seitz to our City Hall when the Raiders win next year.
Well, Jasper leads the all-time series between the two schools, 35-6. The series dates back to 1954. Last week, longtime Jasper City Councilman Tom Schmidt shared with his fellow council members and Mayor Seitz about how he was getting more and more complaints from his constituents about the former Jasper cabinet buildings along the Patoka River. Now, the buildings have fallen into disrepair since the company shut down in 2002, having never fully recovered from a labor strike a couple years before. The council gave consent to moving forward in looking at options to get the building torn down if it cannot be renovated or included in further development plans along the riverfront. Mayor Seitz says the 2013 budget does include some items that can give direction on what to do with not only the Jasper cabinet buildings, but others as well.
We have some items built in the budget, I do as mayor, that I will release some direction in that area. But until that gets approved, Mick, formally, which means on the next council meeting, I'm not prepared to really announce what we want to look at, although it will involve not just the area in the old Jasper, but also in downtown Jasper as a whole. And these will be things that extend off our current comprehensive plan.
Seitz says the Jasper cabinet buildings do afford the city some opportunities. Meanwhile, Schmidt and others say the buildings take away from all the new development that has taken place along the riverfront, including the remodeled train depot, the Spirit of Jasper train itself, the new city mill, as well as Dave Beeler Plaza and the Riverwalk. Also, German American Bank recently announced plans to build a new plaza that will connect the train depot with 3rd Avenue and the Riverwalk Bridge. You can watch my entire interview with Mayor Seitz coming up in a moment in our weekly Monday with the Mayor conversation. Well, to say the drought of 2012 is one for the record books would be an understatement, especially when it comes to anticipated claims for farmers wanting to collect on their crop insurance. Insurance company officials are already predicting the drought will result in billions of dollars in payouts to farmers. The crops beaten down and those that never got out of the ground by the worst drought due to hit us since 1956 has many farmers already adding up their losses and turning in claims on their crop insurance. Estimates nationwide says farmers will be turning in crop insurance claims between $5 and $10 billion. That's at least 4 times more than crop insurance claims made following the drought of 1988. Ferdinand Elementary School teacher Ginger Rashi has been awarded with the Regional Peabody Energy Educator of the Year for 2011-2012. The second grade teacher received a $5,000 check with her award. Rashi was presented her award at a ceremony Saturday night at the Evansville Country Club. She's been at Ferdinand Elementary since 1997. She also serves on her school's technology committee and recently introduced iPods and iPads in the classroom to expand learning. The Peabody Energy Leaders in Education campaign recognizes education leaders in Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, and Wyoming in communities where Peabody Energy, a private sector coal company, operates. Also, Rick Fears, the principal at Otwell Elementary, and Sarah Beck, a Ferdinand kindergarten teacher, were among 27 nominees for the Peabody Regional Educator Award. All right, coming up, my weekly Monday with the Mayor conversation with Jasper Military Sites. And later in sports, Kurt has highlights of the Cats' win over Southridge on Friday.